Welcome to our next qualifying match. We're on Lost and Found as the playground, top right hand corner. We have Koba as the green Zerg, and spawning on the other side of the map we have a Protoss taking the blue color, representing Cosmic. And yeah, this is Bonkers. Going for the gateway expansion. Cybercore also being started, looks pretty standard. We have some Zerglings looking for the probe here. Maybe a little bit afraid of any shield battery pushes and stuff like that. That's what Zerg players are facing a lot. As well as cannon rushes here or there. Not that much, but yeah, happens every once in a while. But nothing like that in mind of Bonkers. He's just playing straight up gateway expansion. A Zealot is there. And will he go for the Stargate? Let's wait for that, guys. Cybercore is finished, so what do we see next? At least it's not a wall. We have the Adept there. He's able to deal with everything right now. Yeah, nice shade forward. Okay, he's damaging the Zerglings already. That's a pretty nice move. One probe. Oh, the Adept was just moving instead of attacking. So no attack move being called there. Yeah, he loses one probe. Not the worst scenario, but yeah, could have saved that as well. The Zergling on the other hand, the Zealot on the other hand, is getting wrecked by Zerglings. He's trying to surround. 6 units around. That's a good thing to do. I mean, once in a while, you just remember back in Warcraft 3 when you were going for the 4 units around and everyone was going crazy if something like that happens. But yeah, we're in StarCraft now. 6 Zerglings will take out a Zealot easily. Third base in the meantime being started for Koba. Yeah, this one getting saturated slowly but steady. And speed also is on the way now. So what do we have over here? Another gateway. And there's no Stargate. We have a Robo and a Twilight Council with an additional gateway as well. So yeah, what else do we see? Arcane Zealot might be the most likely option for now. Zergling scouting just a bit, but everything is being seen by the Overlord anyways. So he's just looking for a third base. Which, yeah, I mean, he could have missed the drone moving out, but it's not that likely, to be honest. Oh, that might be a probe to build a pylon. Is he actually looking for that? Well, let's just take a look at them. Oh boy. Oh boy. And there we go. They found it, and now they're just running back home. See the pylon. Well, that's pretty unlucky for Bonkers, to be honest. So the weapon will not happen at all. At least not from that pylon. But yeah, we have the warp prism going on as well. So this is going to the main base, I feel. But having another warp in position, like the pylon for example, would be pretty nice. And he's sending out a probe again. He really wants to have that pylon up. Because if you just harass in the main base with your warp prism and you can just send in 4 Zealots to the third base location, obviously that's a pretty damn good harass. Okay. Just one Zergling being sent over there, nothing going on. We have another probe going over, and a big warp taking place right here. So we have a lot of Zealots going to the second base. The warp prism is going to the main base in the meantime. Zealots actually not really that much in position, I feel. I think if they would have just stick together, you're not having that much surface to attack. But let's take a look over to the main base. We have all these Zealots going to the mineral line. Some more coming over. You really want to have this Spore Crawler being taken out. Yeah, there we go. Nice save with the Stalker. And now we have all these Zealots charging in to try and take out everything there is. So let's see if that is actually going to work. We have 6 workers being taken out. And all these Zealots kind of stuck on the bay, on the choke point. Yeah, he's gathering forces. How much stuff is he actually able to afford? We have Bonkers. He's just pushing in. He's warping in as much as he can. There's nothing going on in terms of counter aggression. We have a 3 base Zerg. against the 2 base Protoss, and the Protoss might actually be able to take out the main base, and down it goes. And that's actually a pretty hard hit. Also, we have a force field on the choke point. Yeah, so what else to do, guys? He could actually just recall now, I feel. I think that's what he should do, right? Recall? Yeah, there we go. At least 6 of those 9 zealots survive. Shield battery helping them out. And yeah, we have another base being taken by Koba in the bottom right hand corner. Did he start? No, he did not restart lair already. So I feel Bonkers is doing a pretty good job, but not the best one. He is behind in terms of workers still. So yeah. Let's see how far he can go from here on out. I mean, the units of Koba with some ravages in there, they could actually break a contain. Break the wall, let's say. But as long as Bonkers is out on the map and he has the zealots with charge, as it's the case, this will be a pretty hard thing to deal with. Okay, he sees the Zerglings, but he's still moving out. Bonkers does not care about the Zerglings. He knows I'm on 2 bases, this wall is closed, I just need to get some damage done. And then let's see how he's going to do that. Koba actually taking the lead in terms of supply. More roaches coming to join the battle soon. And he's splitting this army on purpose, I feel. He has an observer with him. And yeah, he's going to the mineral line over here with some of his zealots. So let's see how that is going to take place. We're going to see the workers dying over on the second base. Nice force fields actually coming out of Bonkers. So let's see what this attack is going to achieve. Nice force fields to keep everything out of this fight. And 8 workers went down. We have the zealots still being here. Some more will go down. 9, 10 workers. There we go. Let's go over to the third base where we have all these sentries. They're forcing out these units from the fight. And we just have one immortal. And that's actually the only weak point of this army, is that it's just one immortal, I feel. And yeah, you want to have a better situation like that. But taking out 10 drones is pretty good as well. Does he know about the base? No. Maybe he saw some units running over from there. Yeah, instant cancel on a building unit, and this will go down now. The zealots, they will be taken care of, but putting Koba down to 2 bases again, that's a good thing for Bonkers, and puts the Protoss in a good situation. The main base is up there again, but he's on tier 1. There's no lair at the moment for Koba, so it's going to be a hard time to fight. And that's an interesting choice, actually. I mean, yes, you want to have a good situation to fight in and don't want to have a choke point for biles to hit, but also force fields are a pretty damn big thing. And if you can just take out the rocks... Oh, recall taking place. Yeah, he's surrounded, wants to save as much stuff as possible. Here we go, recall. But you see Koba, just take a look at the supply. It's 91. He's doubling the supply. He needs to move out now. I feel there's nothing else to do than moving out. He can't really fight at home, right? I mean, the longer he stays right there, he's going to waste time over and over. He's on tier 1. The only thing he can put is roaches and ravagers, maybe. Yeah, but where to go? He actually splits a lot of forces. The third base of Bonkers, I think he needs to take that one out. If he does not take this, yeah, it's nothing to do, but yeah, takes out the base at least. Will save some roaches. We'll lose the overlord though. Still, let's see what's going on over here. The worker count for Koba is not that good at the moment. He's down by 13. He has 3 bases though. Still cancels the third base of Bonkers, which is at least something in his position. But he really needs to step up his game just a bit. And it seems like he wants to do that by just building units. Some more Ravagers are going to join the battle, but we have Blink Stalkers coming in as well. So I guess we're going to see a lot of Stalkers right there for Bonkers. In addition to, yeah, Sentries with Force Fields, which is a good tool in any fight against the army that Koba is throwing at him. And also we have the Immortals, who are insanely good against roaches, as we all know. So, third base coming in with the attack. He sends back some of the roaches. Cancel right now. Force fields, not the best ones. Okay, but is he going... What's happening over there? Okay, it's just 2 Archons, so it's not that much. And Koba actually decides to stay right here. He wants to fight, he has the better army supply, but is that a good situation to be in? To get a good decision to go? Not the best force fields, but nice bios actually coming in and taking out all these. We have 1, 2, 3 force fields available for now. Okay, that shield will make it 2. So let's see. Koba is just going in. He's forcing the army to move since he's viling everything. Is there anything going on? We have the Archons right there in the main base. So he's gathering his forces right here, but he has nothing at home. These Archons, they are going to have a good time on the other side. Koba needs to go in right now. If he's going back home, I think that's... I mean, he took out the third base. But if he loses anything else, how many workers are there still left? Oh boy! All these workers stacked up. That's not good. Zergling's taken out one of the Archons. Second one, yeah, will be taken out as well, I guess. There we go. And now, that's it for this harass by Bonkers. And now, I hope it's time for Koba to go over again. He needs to make this happen. We'll scout the third base of Bonkers again. So we could just set up some sort of attack over here and send some Zerglings in to take out the third base. I would like that split right now. Oh, nice bile tries, but nothing hits them. So yeah, I think he shouldn't be that afraid of these Archons. I think he should just go over and leave some of the stuff at home, because he has such a big lead. Maybe he's not aware of how big his lead actually is, and that's why he's trying to hide, take out all these Archons so desperately. But I think the game-winning thing for Bonkers would be getting up this third base, and yeah, Koba needs to use the supply that he has right now. Also, we do have Storm now. That is nice as well. But yeah, he's just running. He does not have a good army. We have the Hydrodane starting right now, which is pretty late. But the army of Koba is not that efficient at all. Especially if you take a look at the army of the Protoss player. We have Bonkers with a lot of Zealots. We have Force Fields in there. We have Storms available. And we have Immortals. I don't know, man. Koba really needs to trade as good as possible, I feel. Even if he's in, yeah, quite a big lead. Roaches are not cost efficient at all in terms of supply cost, let's put it. Let's take a look at the main base. Another try to drop stuff. And yeah, he's splitting his roaches at least, so not all the units get the splash damage. Yeah, he's taking up all these Archons, and now we have the army of Bonkers also going out on the map. Third base is up for Bonkers, so he can feel comfortable. Let's see what's happening. Nice force fields actually going down. Nice storms. He's catching all these units right there, and he's going for the storms. Oh boy, Biles coming in, but we have a lot of Immortals still being there. But will this just be too much army? Nice storms throwing it down for Bonkers. Oh boy, can he do this? All these storms hitting all the roaches. Some Immortals getting damaged already. The storms are getting fewer and fewer, but I think the Protoss player might be able to do this with all these Immortals being there. We have Koba going down just yeah, not going down, but his supply dropped very, very far. Still, he is in the lead, but a lot of that is obviously in production. So let's see if he can take his 4th base alive. Takes out another... Okay, charges back in. And now we have a lot of Hydras with the army. And Hydras obviously add a lot of DPS. So let's see, if he can take out the War Prism, for example, that would be the big call. But yeah, he's trying to stutter step backwards. And the Zerg player, is he focusing the War Prism? Yes, he is. He's going for the War Prism, down it goes. And now he's just going back, trying to not lose anything else against the Immortals. Because that's the thing right there. Immortals are the biggest damage dealer in this army. And we have Hydras and Roaches for Koba. And Hydras and Roaches are not that good against Immortals. Yeah, he's sending over some Zerglings to a res over here. I like that decision. And Bonkers actually going home. Good call as well. So, only loses 2 workers. And it seems like this game might be able to stabilize. Only thing there is, Koba does not have that many workers. And with that deficit, yeah, he's obviously pretty low on resources. But the army count, yeah, is the same at the moment. Key unit is the Immortal for the Protoss player at the moment. And with, obviously, now having Archons instead of lots of Zealots to tank, I think that's also an improvement. But also we have a lot of Hydras with the army now. We just need some more meat shield for Koba. But yeah, he's trying to sneak in drones. He might know that he's kind of behind in that regard. And also he scouts the 4th base. It's about to finish. And he knows like, yeah, I might want to move out. Because if he takes a 4th base while I'm on 4 bases as well, he might actually have way too much in the end. And at the moment Koba actually has the better army supply, so he could actually go for something here. So let's see. The army is being taken over to the 3rd base where we have the harass, and this was a pretty nice move. All these biles will hit the hit the Nexus, and they will go, the Nexus will go down. So let's see, is he actually taking a fight? We have a lot of storms on those Templars, a lot of energy. So will he actually do that? Not the best storms hitting right there. We have all these Archons at the front row. Not doing that much. We have some more storms in store for Bonkers. But the army supply is incredibly high for Koba. He's just losing some units for kind of for free. Archons being taken out, 2 of them at least. And now he's trying to focus on those Immortals. But yeah, the Archons just getting too much attention there because they need to. I mean, if you just ignore the Archons, you can just get shreked by all this area damage. All the splash that's coming out of there. Koba going for a 5th base now in the top center. Okay, so what is happening? We have him actually going back now. I don't know, if he spider senses this one, no clue, but yeah. He's right there with another run by to the 3rd base of Bonkers. So let's see. Storm's going down, but is this going to be enough? Some more Archons coming in, but the Immortals are clearing everything. I don't know how that is going to end. Koba, yeah, he still has the same army supply. But yeah, with some Roaches right there on the left hand side. Takes out 2 workers, but that's not really that much. But still, the longer he can keep this game going on, I think, yeah, we had the 5th base coming up for Koba. That might work. We have another base though for Bonkers as well. The 4th base is up and running now. No cancel available right there, and you see this Dark Shrine coming up. And also the observers on the map for Bonkers, they're key, man. They're just seeing everything. He also wants to take the base right here. That's the probe for, I guess. And actually, I forgot to talk about that for a long time. We're 21 minutes into the game and we just have one upgrade being researched. It's 1-0 for the Protoss player. It's not that much. We have +2 on the way, but the Zerg actually did not research anything. I mean, not in terms of attack or carapace upgrades. And there's a DT. And he's moving everything back home. An observer being started instantly, but workers will go down. And yeah, Bonkers takes the 5th base. And now another DT comes in. Gets down, but 2 more kills at least. And it also buys time. Oh, and another DT takes 3 more kills. So the number of workers killed getting higher and higher. Where's the DT? There it is. Taking out something else. So the DT is really doing their job. We have Bonkers, 30 workers up. Does he know about their base? Not yet. But he's aiming to take out this one, I feel. Or maybe force a fight. But in the meantime, Bonkers also has taken the lead in terms of army supply. I think it's pretty hard now for Koba to win. There was a chance here and there. But with the army of Bonkers, we saw him winning the fights. Or let's say, having an equal fight in the end. After having a very hard supply deficit in the end of in the beginning of the fight. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty bad for Koba. Since, yeah, do you really want to go into a fight with, yeah, 25 fewer army supply? Having your army consisting of roaches and hydras, maybe some ravagers, going up against this? Not the ideal situation to start that. Okay, he moves over. Zealots dealing with that. And the army is going to get split. So let's see what's going on over here on the left hand side. We have more worker kills going down actually right here in the bottom, in the top center. And we have Koba down to 23 workers. I think, yeah, he's just going in because he needs to fight. Not because he thinks there's any chance to win. Down it goes, like the army supply is plummeting, we have almost no workers left and the GG comes out of Koba right there. 1-0 for Bonkers. Game 2 is on, we're on blue shift, I was about to say red shift, but it's blue shift right now. Bottom left hand corner we have our green Zerg, his name is Koba. And in the top right hand corner with a match point to advance to the playoff stage of this cup, this Blue Shell Cup 1, I think it is, Mr. Bonkers for Cosmic. Now, what do we see? Pretty standard game, or let's say pretty standard opener for Bonkers here. Gateway expansion, Cybercore on the way, we have the pylon in the back. So let's see if he's going for a Stargate this time. Or will he favor the Twilight Council again with the Robo? Let's see what is going on. Okay, Stargate it is this time. On the other side, yeah, speed is started. 2 queens on the way, so that's what Zergs do. Yeah, Chrono Boost on the Adept. On the second one actually. Oh, he's shading into the main base. I'm not sure if that was the wisest decision over here. You might want to reunite his Adepts before you actually go somewhere. Yeah, and now he has no shields left. I'm not sure if that was the wisest move, actually. So he might want to wait for a third one, which is not there, so he's just scouting with them. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he could have just waited for the second one before he shades in. And then he could have dealt more damage. Ifs and whens, guys. In the meantime, Bonkers is going for the third base. Scouted this third base of Koba. And he's like, okay, I'm fine. I know what my opponent has in store. And I will be able to hold this third base if there is any Zergling pressure, which is appearing right now. Or in any case, he might just have started this to, yeah, have it available if there was no pressure on it. Then yeah, you just get through with it, right? Oh, Zerglings? Is he actually trying to get through it yet? Shield battery will finish soon as well. Let's see, the Oracle takes 3 kills on the other side. Another Oracle is coming to the playground. Yeah, it's just the second one. And more gateways coming in. And he's actually building a second wall, kind of like a second wall with the gateways. But the plates are in the way. But yeah, pylon right there would solve the case. Oh boy. Will he get the... Oh, it gets away. Oh, that was pretty close. 2 health points. But this base is not going to be killed. I was about to say not going to be getting through by all these Zerglings, but he sent home his oracles to deal with it. And he actually is going for a third oracle, now adding the robo as well. On the other side, yeah, we have spore crawlers. Not in the third base yet, but we have spore crawlers. And he's just there with the Zerglings, forcing the oracles to stay here. Not reacting to the weapon, so that's not a good thing, I feel. So these Zerglings are, yeah, not taking out the base at least. And what do we see in addition? It's the Dark Shrine again. And yeah, he's just going through with all these oracles, taking out 5 more workers. And then he's just going back home. So, Bonkers. He's at 48 workers, while Koba has, yeah, a way better situation than he had in game 1. He's now at 55 workers. Not the best on 3 bases, but he's trying to get there, sneaking in 1 or 2 workers there every now and then. And yeah, Bonkers, what is that? These are oracles. He could actually kill the queen without losing the 1 oracle, but yeah. Let's see. This shade might not want to finish, I guess. We also have the... Oh, he's finishing the shade! I don't think that that's a wise decision. He wants to go for the workers, obviously. But all the units were in position. War Prison is there as well. But yeah, he's not really taking out that many workers now. And he's giving up all of his adepts. One of them will be there. Third base is attacked. He took out quite some workers there as well, I feel, or they were transferred over. And Koba, again, it feels like Koba is in a situation where he has way more army supply than his opponent, but this time he didn't lose that many workers, so he really has, yeah, the better income. Oh, we have something going on again, and these are the DTs we were looking for quite some time now. So let's see what they can do. War Prism, yeah, he loses 1 of them, but 9 more workers being taken out. Koba losing this worker situation that I was just trying to get in, and now he's down by 10 again. And it seems like now he's going over, aiming for a takeout of the third base. And with Bonkers not really having any units, I feel it's pretty likely that he's going to take out the third. But he should also take out the workers. He really should focus on the workers, because he will take the base anyways. No, he's just focusing the base. I think that's not the best thing to do. He should have just walked in over to this location. If he sees there's no units, yeah, just take out all the workers. Oracle's trying to do something again, taking out 4 workers. We have more DTs coming in over here, but we have a Spore Crawler, so they will be dealt with accordingly. And War Prism went down as well, so no more War Prism harassment for Bonkers at the moment. Yeah, let's see, guys. Koba still, yeah, he's trying to catch up in terms of workers again, but it feels like the game is in the same state as it was in game 1, so I'm not sure. Can Koba actually do something better than in last game? We have Oracles coming in again, taking 4 more kills. And every time Koba builds 4 more workers, or maybe 5 or 6, we have 4 workers being taken out by Bonkers. And that's not what you want to have. That base for Bonkers also about to finish as well. And we have the first model there. We have the charge slots. Do we actually have them? Yes, we have the charge slots. And another big difference from game 1. The upgrades are getting in way earlier for Bonkers. Koba's still going for an upgrade now. He was not doing any upgrades last game, but yeah, he's starting +1 range at least. But with +2 on the way for Bonkers already, that's still an advantage. In addition to the army that is, yeah, smaller in terms of supply, but better in terms of tech, I feel. If the storms hit, I mean, what are you going to do against anything else there? And he's actually, what is he doing? He's actually trying to fight this in that situation he's in. And he sent over some zealots. Yeah, he wants to keep the army busy and then just have a lot of stuff being taken out over there. But we see we have the lurker den as well. We have some lurkers morphing in over here, so Bonkers with lurkers might actually have a really good situation to be in soon. But we also have the zealots now arriving over here, so let's just take a look at the number of workers being taken out. On the left hand side we have nice storms coming down for Bonkers. Oh boy, but the lurkers borrowing there as well. We have no observer available. We have some DTs though being there, but yeah, with the overseer above the army, not that much to deal with them. And the lurkers, yeah, we have the zealots. They're actually taking out the third base, but is there anything to see the lurkers? I don't think so, right? So do you really want to fight it? Observer is on the way, and there's no observer actually on the map. And he did not take out this base, and he's not going to do that. Wow. Sometimes I wonder, I mean, yes, obviously he was attacked, but taking out this base would be pretty huge, right? So why not right click your zealots there? I'm not sure why that didn't take place. So we have a 4 base Zerg with 53 workers against a 3 base Protoss with 67 workers. I guess, yeah, I was about to say we need a 4th base for Bonkers soon, since otherwise he's going to overdrone a lot because he's mining out his main base already. 2nd base also, some mineral patches have gone already. And Koba, yeah, has a lead of 10 in terms of army supply, but that's not as big as in last game, and he's still being harassed. There are oracles on the other side of the map. Do we still have a wall prism? No, not at the moment. So at least that is something good for Koba. Overall, Bonkers though looks as the player in command of taking the game. He, yeah, will most likely be able to establish this 3rd base, this 4th base. And yeah, this gap also favors him. So if Koba wants to go in, then maybe you should take out the rocks, right? To have a wider range to walk in, and storms might not take everything out there. Okay, let's see. He's moving in. Koba is going in. We have the storms going down on top of everything. We have him just moving backwards. Oh boy, and that's not a good fight for Koba. You can tell if you just see the roaches and hydras going through all these storms. Actually, we have +2 finished and +3 on the way for Bonkers. So the longer this game now goes on, we might actually have a pretty good time for the Protoss player. And there we go. Another Zealot run by coming in. Yeah, and he's just fighting because he knows, yeah, everything is going down anyways. And Bonkers is actually having the supply lead now. We have an observer with the army as well. So a lot of storms and a lot of stuff to see those lurkers. And I feel that might be the final march of Bonkers. But he's not wanting to go up the ramp. Is that the case? Okay, yeah, he's going in. Is there a war prism now? No, there's no war prism. He's just doing some stuff. One of the oracles went down, but let's see how this fight is going to end. Bonkers has the lead in supply, in workers, in upgrades. And I think the tech also favors Bonkers with the models at that number, and also having storms. That's pretty good for him. The lurker taken out. That's a big catch as well. And now let's see. Storms are there. All these roaches are having a bad time. Oh man, and here we go. I think it's just a matter of time. All these immortals are there. We have Archons being morphed in, but they're not going to hatch. We have the GG being called by Koba, and therefore Bonkers takes the series 2-0 and qualifies for the playoffs next week.